INFJs often confuse people. They're warm, intuitive, deeply empathetic, yet somehow they remain single far longer than most of the other personality types. From the outside, people create their own explanations. They're too picky. They're afraid of commitment. They want perfection. But none of these are true. INFJs stay single for reasons far more complex, reasons rooted in emotional depth, psychological insight, and a kind of love that most people simply don't understand. Today, we're diving into 12 powerful reasons why INFJs stay single, and why every one of these reasons shows strength, not fear. 1. INFJs feel emotions more deeply than they can explain. INFJs don't experience emotions casually, they absorb them. When they like someone, it's never kind of, it's intense, layered, and meaningful. This depth makes typical dating feel painfully shallow. A casual conversation that feels fun to others might feel emotionally empty to an INFJ. They want connection with resonance where the other person understands energy, nuance, and unspoken emotions. Most people don't operate on this level, which leaves INFJs feeling alone even when surrounded by options. 2. Their intuition spots red flags before anyone else notices. INFJs have an almost psychic ability to sense people's true intentions. A slight change in tone, an inconsistency in language, a subtle shift in emotional energy. They pick up on what others miss. This makes them walk away early, before relationships even begin. While others are still getting charmed or blinded by attraction, the INFJ is already seeing the ending. They're not avoiding love, they're avoiding inevitable pain. 3. Old wounds still echo in their heart. When an INFJ loves, they love with trust, vulnerability, and a rare sincerity. But when that love is betrayed, it leaves a mark that stays for years. They don't just get hurt, they're changed. They become cautious, protective, and highly selective. They don't talk about this trauma, but it shapes how they approach connection. They stay single not because they're afraid of love, but because they remember how deeply the wrong person can break them, for they refuse to settle for connections without purpose. INFJs crave depth. They want conversations that reveal character, silence that feels safe, and emotional intimacy built on truth. Superficial connections drain them. Dates that revolve around small talk feel suffocating. INFJs want a partner who sees beyond the mask, someone who understands their inner world. Until they feel that level of connection, they'd rather stay completely alone. 5. Their self-awareness makes them extremely careful. INFJs analyze their own patterns constantly. Am I ready for a relationship? Do I feel emotionally stable right now? Will my personal struggles affect this person? Their introspection makes them slower to enter relationships than most people. They don't want to hurt anyone, and they don't want to give a version of themselves that isn't fully present. So they wait until they feel prepared, grounded, and emotionally clear. 6. They need more solitude than most partners can handle. INFJs are introverts, but their need for solitude goes far beyond that. It's not about being alone, it's about resetting their entire emotional system. They need quiet, reflection, and long periods of mental space. They can love someone deeply and still need hours or days to recharge. But many people misunderstand this as distance or rejection. INFJs stay single because they don't want to be with someone who takes their solitude personally. 7. They fear choosing the wrong person more than being alone. Most people fear loneliness. INFJs fear emotional entanglement with the wrong person. To them, choosing a partner is choosing a future, the mental atmosphere they'll live in, the emotional tone of their home, the energy they share every day. They think long-term by default, so they hesitate, observe, and analyze. They take commitment seriously enough to delay it until they feel sure. 8. They overthink their own feelings. An INFJ doesn't simply like someone, they dissect the feeling. They ask themselves, is this intuition or insecurity? Is this person aligned with my growth? Do I like them or just the potential of them? Their mind becomes a labyrinth of emotional analysis, slowing the romantic process. By the time they figure out their feelings, others have already moved emotionally. This creates missed opportunities, misunderstandings, and unspoken connections. 9. Their emotions are hard to read from the outside. INFJs feel intensely but express subtly. They show affection through small, quiet signals, never overwhelming or obvious. This makes people misinterpret them. Someone might think the INFJ isn't interested, even while the INFJ is deeply invested. This emotional invisibility causes many potential relationships to fade before they even begin. 10. Their purpose and inner mission come first. INFJs are driven by meaning, whether it's a personal goal, a creative pursuit, a moral calling, or a healing journey. Their life purpose often becomes their primary focus. They don't want to bring someone into their life unless that person aligns with their path rather than distracting from it. This inward focus often keeps them single longer, but it keeps them fulfilled. INFJs aren't single because they're impossible to love. They're single because they love differently, with depth, with intensity, with intuition, and with truth. They won't rush into something empty. They won't pretend to feel something they don't, and they won't offer their heart to someone who can't understand it. When they finally choose someone, that connection will be unlike anything most people ever experience. INFJs stay single not out of fear but because they're waiting for a love that actually deserves them.